What if the next global conflict doesn't start in Europe or the Middle East, but in the shimmering blue waters of the Indo-Pacific? Imagine a region where billion-dollar warships shadow each other, across narrow straits, and a single miscalculation could set the world on fire. The stakes? Control over trillions in trade, vital resources, the future of global power itself. As the United States and China lock horns, every move sends ripples far beyond the islands and coastlines of Asia, threatening to redraw the map of power in our time. Stay with us as we dive deep into the heart of these rising tensions, unraveling the strategies, alliances, and flashpoints shaping the Indo-Pacific. Don't forget to subscribe for more in-depth analysis and real-time updates on the world's most volatile rivalry. The vast expanse of the Indo-Pacific has become the primary theater for a great power competition that is defining the 21st century. At the heart of this is the People's Republic of China, the self-ruled island of Taiwan, and the Republic of the Philippines. For years, the world has watched with growing concern as Beijing asserts expansive territorial claims, particularly in the South China Sea, the West Philippine Sea. Aggressive maneuvers, even water cannon attacks, have created dangerous standoffs in vital sea lanes. Manila is rethinking its security posture after years of fruitless protests. Backed by its oldest ally, the Philippines is looking north, toward Batanes, a province uncomfortably close to Taiwan. The Batanes Islands are small, rugged, and remote, long known for unique culture and dramatic landscapes, but their location changes everything for defense planners. Less than 200 kilometers from Taiwan, they sit on a strategic ledge. Batanes overlooks the Luzon Strait, a major maritime choke point. Within it lies the narrower, critical Bashi Channel. For the PLA Navy, this is the most direct route to the Western Pacific. Breaking out of the first island chain runs through this corridor. From here, air and sea traffic can be monitored, or interdicted in war. Missiles on islands can deny access to ships and aircraft alike. Control of Batanes strengthens deterrence and turns geography into strategy. The most visible change is the surge in joint drills on the islands. Balikatan, once focused on counter-terror and disaster response, has shifted north in 2024 and 2025. Exercises now simulate defending the archipelago from an external aggressor. Sophisticated sensors boost maritime domain awareness through the strait. The U.S. Marine Corps deployed expeditionary ship interdiction systems, and the U.S. Army brought mid-range capability launchers. Systems capable of firing Tomahawk cruise missiles sharpen denial training. Amphibious and air assault drills hone rapid reinforcement. Battle-hardened Philippine Marines redeployed to outposts, including Mavulis, just 142 kilometers from Taiwan. A persistent presence and high-intensity drills send a clear message of resolve. Beyond exercises, long-term investments are underway. The Allies are upgrading facilities across the province. In 2023, a new naval detachment on Mavalis strengthened littoral monitoring. Advanced equipment observes naval and air movements through the Bashi Channel. Joint infrastructure is being built on Itbayat, a weatherproof warehouse for Hadar with obvious dual-use potential during crises. In early 2024, the AFP commissioned a forward operating base in Mahatao, the largest to date, a gateway for defense and disaster relief, launching patrols and aid operations. Ports are being expanded to handle larger vessels. Airfields are being upgraded to take heavy transports, crucial for rapid lift. Step by step, Batanes is becoming a hardened, well-supplied forward outpost. To grasp Batanes, understand the waterways it commands. The Luzon Strait is a critical artery for global trade. Container ships and tankers linking Northeast Asia to Southeast Asia, the Middle East, and Europe pass here. Any disruption hits supply chains and energy security fast. Beneath the waves lies a dense web of fiber optic cables carrying the world's data. Internet traffic, financial flows, and communications ride these lines. The Bashi Channel is a major conduit, and vulnerable in war. Militarily, the strait is both planned exit to the Pacific and a predictable bottleneck. Nearby land masses can monitor, threaten, and, if needed, interdict. In any Taiwan crisis, denying control of the strait becomes central for US-led coalitions. Sensors and missiles on Batanes raise costs and complicate Beijing's plans. Manila and Washington frame Batanes as dual-purpose defense and disaster relief. In a typhoon-prone province, hotter capacity is a real need. Warehouses, upgraded ports, and improved airfields aid relief operations, but the same infrastructure can support rapid military logistics. A pier for aid can berth a warship. A runway for food and water can land marines and munitions. Emergency stockpiles can sustain forces in crisis. In a Taiwan conflict, upgraded airfields extend combat reach. Persistent intelligence, surveillance, and reconnaissance tighten the net. Pre-positioned anti-ship and air defenses create a hazardous A2AD bubble. Batanes becomes a small but spiky deterrent, hard to swallow at any cost. Batanes slots into a broader American Indo-Pacific design. The first island chain forms a natural barrier along the Pacific Rim, from Japan and Okinawa, through Taiwan, to the Philippines, and down to Borneo. A Cold War concept adapted to manage today's China challenge. The aim: limit unfettered plan and PLAAF access to the Blue Pacific. It's executed through a web of alliances: Philippines, Japan, South Korea, Australia. Agile littoral units with anti-ship missiles operate inside the chain. EDCA revitalizes the Philippines' role with access, pre-positioning, and construction, especially in Cagayan and Isabela. Batanes helps plug the strait, the largest gap, preserving the integrity of the line. Militarizing Batanes has sparked sharp reactions from Beijing. Chinese officials denounce U.S. deployments as provocative and destabilizing. State media frames it as a Cold War mentality and encirclement. They single out advanced U.S. missile systems as escalatory. Meanwhile, Plan increases patrols and carrier strike group drills through the channel. The drills train forces, project power, and send signals to Taiwan and Manila. By normalizing presence, Beijing seeks de facto control. For the Philippines and the U.S., the buildup is defensive and necessary, but more ships and aircraft in tight quarters raise risks of miscalculation. A minor collision or misunderstanding could spiral quickly. Action and reaction feed a dangerous security dilemma for all sides. The fortification of Batanes marks a pivotal moment in the Indo-Pacific. For Manila, it's a move from protest to tangible defense, leveraging alliance power to deter a larger neighbor. But it's a high-stakes gamble at the center of U.S.-China rivalry. Deterrence by denial raises the cost of aggression. A hardened strait could dissuade moves against Taiwan or further coercion. Yet the same moves may spur arms racing and counter-moves. Each side's defense is read as offense by the other. Deterrence must be paired with diplomacy, clear communication, and crisis channels. A quiet community turned strategic outpost, a sign of shifting global power. On these remote shores, the choices of great powers will be felt most. The story of Batanes is more than a tale of strategy and power. It's a window into the forces shaping our world. As alliances shift, new front lines emerge. Understanding these changes has never been more important. If you found this exploration insightful, help us reach more curious minds. Like this video, subscribe for more deep dives into global events, and share it with friends who care about the future of our region. Your engagement fuels our mission to bring clarity to complex issues. Stay informed, stay engaged. Together, let's keep the conversation going, because the future is written by those who pay attention.